Okay, students, so welcome to YourPedia Education. I am Jitendra Tyagi, and today I am very happy and very grateful to our guest, Professor and Dr. Aditya sir. He is faculty professor in Indian Institute of Technology Mandi, IIT Mandi, all of you know. Okay, so we got this opportunity uh, to welcome him at our office, and we are going to discuss a lot of important points regarding your career also, okay, with him. So, sir, first of all, I welcome you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
And
much.
very happy we are today.
Yeah.
And sir, I want, we all our students want to know about your journey from your BTech.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much for inviting, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And we understand that there's a huge curiosity about new things which are happening in the field of AI/ML. So my name is Aditya Nigam. I'm working as an assistant, now got associate professor in computer science. So our school is School of Computing and Electrical Engineering, and so I've done my BTech from BBD NITM. That's a Babu Banarsi Das College of Engineering at Lucknow.
Okay.
And after that, I've done my MTech and PhD both from IIT Kanpur, and I'm also from Kanpur itself. Now I've done my my schooling up to 12th also from KVIIT. So most of the things are like that. Mostly I am located very near to my hometown, which is Kanpur. And once I finished my PhD, at that point of time I applied at IIT Mandi, and in 2014 I've joined there. So it's almost like 8 years in the School of Computing and Electrical Engineering.
So your education is in computer science domain.
Yeah, so everything, BTech, MTech, PhD, everything is in CSE.
Great, sir. So how's your experience there in IIT Mandi? You are working from last 8 years, I think, there.
Yes. So the experience, as students are aware that IITs have a very unique way of handling the students as well as the faculty members. So when I was a student at IIT Kanpur, I really enjoyed the stay over there. And once I joined IIT Mandi, that's again a very good environment, positive vibes. I always believe that if you wanted to, get yourself being moved in the positive direction, you need to join places where you find out persons who you actually wanted to follow. So when I joined IIT Mandi, when I joined IIT Kanpur, I've seen so many bright students, and I felt that okay, this is the place where I should be. And I've got huge amount of students which I can see that they are better than me, and I need to strive as hard as possible to make myself better. And the same thing happened at IIT Mandi. When I joined here, I've seen that wonderful faculty members, wonderful environment, learned persons to whom if you talk, then you got to know so much amount of things. So that's and again, I mean, at IIT Mandi we have got very good students. So my area, my specialization is computer science and engineering.
Okay, so right now you may be working on some projects,
yeah,
or in some particular area also.
Yeah.
So can you highlight those things with us?
Yeah, so my specialization is, if I say that the applications of deep learning. So deep learning is a revised tool by which you can do whole amount of AI related tasks. So my expertise is deep learning and its applications, and different applications in which I used to work on is like first one is the biometrics, in which we used to work almost on all type of different biometrics like face, fingerprint, palm print, ear, each and everything. And recently we have developed one system in which if you take so during the COVID, if your face is under mask, you cannot detect a person, you cannot understand who is this guy. Even the iPhones and all, they started to fail. And at that point of time, everyone was looking at what one can do, and we have said that okay, from your forehead creases, this is first of our paper, given a forehead creases, we can figure out that who are you. You will just have to give this expression like this, and the creases that are going to be formed on your forehead, first of all you can't control that, you can't change. And we have seen that we have collected a good amount of data for this as well, maybe 500 plus subjects, and we have got a decent performance out of that. So forehead crease utilize that to figure out who you are. So this is one project and one paper over which we have worked on.
So the crease that you are talking about.
Yeah.
So is this the working of this is similar to the fingerprint? Like in fingerprint, we like match the points. You know, when you train the data, you just you just figure out the points, which are the points, and if they match, the certain number of points are matching, then the fingerprint will be matched. So is this the working of this is similar to that, or is it a different concept?
Yeah, so the point is on a fingerprint you use to get minutiae points.
Yes.
Given these minutiae points, you started to match them. Depending upon the modality, iris has a different type of features, fingerprint has different type of features, so forehead has a complete different set of features. It's actually have lines. So these lines are having some uniqueness, some relationships. So we have extracted different type of features. Minutia point don't exist on forehead.
Okay.
So we have utilized a specific this is a convolutional neural network, and we have utilized that to figure out what's the best possible feature to match. So it's a different than.
But the underlying concept is same, that you have to find the pattern or something.
Yeah, so that's the underlying phenomena for any machine learning algorithm, that given the data you will have to figure out what is that pattern which is going to be unique. So if you can figure out that, keep on extracting and matching that thing. So in the fingerprint we have minutiae, here we have different types.
Actually, we hear some different specializations like machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, data science, and signal processing. So how a student can differentiate that he should move in which direction? So can we differentiate these things in a very small time right now?
Yeah. So in that way, let me tell you that let us figure it out, that first, which is called as the artificial intelligence. It's a very big domain. Within that artificial intelligence, we have an area which is called as machine learning. Within machine learning, there are so many different types of algorithms which are possible by which we can make any machine learn. Out of that, there is one specific domain which is called as neural networks. And neural networks, when become deep, they usually call as a deep learning. So AI, ML is this, AI is this, ML is this. Out of that, deep learning is one specific domain. But currently what is happening, that most of the effort for doing any type of smart or making any smart or intelligent system, everyone is using deep learning. It has shown huge amount of potential and generalizes well for any type of application.
Okay, so suppose some students have done their graduation in some different domain, like someone is from civil engineering, from mechanical engineering, okay, from electrical engineering. So are these areas comfortable for those people also? Can they learn these things easily there in some IIT if they join?
Yeah, so that's true. So first of all, let me answer it in this way, that for any domain like civil, like mechanical, like electrical, if you want to come up with some smart technology, smart solution which is intelligent enough to take decisions, you need to understand AI ML solutions. And when I say AI ML, this is mostly ML is most of the time now can be seen as a DL. So AI DL solutions one need to say. And suppose that you are from civil engineer and probably you wanted to make a bridge or something, or a building or a structure or stability of something. You can see that there are so much amount of automation is happening and intelligent systems are going in to solve the things, to simulate the things, to a priori let you understand how good your design or how bad is your design. So in any area, irrespective, if you are from biology, you can see that the protein folding solving AlphaFold just have came, and it's a deep learning solution. You do not, biologists are there, but the solution is coming from an AI agent, and it's a very big breakthrough that has happened. The point is that any area that you take, if you to work in that area, you need to have the domain knowledge of that, but to solve that or crack that using an AI, you also require AI ML solution. And your answer is that deep learning solutions can be understood and learned at least up to a certain level within 5 to 6 months with an adequate linear algebra, probability and calculus prerequisites. You can easily start. So any engineering graduate or anyone who has sound knowledge of mathematics can grasp these things in maybe 5 to 6 months. And then it requires expertise. It's not that you learn how to make a building in 6 months and then you started to make a building. 6 months you can understand what is this whole area, what are the benchmark architectures which are available, and then how can you utilize that. One thing that you learn maybe in 6 months, and then it's a continuous rigorous process to
Okay.
develop.
So suppose someone want to switch to this domain, okay, or someone is from CS background also and want to work in this field, okay. So you told that mathematics is essential.
Essential.
So do students need to do some online courses also before that, some certification courses?
Yeah. So I just wanted to add one more thing, that mathematics is essential. Along with that, for deep learning, you need to have a sound hand on Python. Along with Python is a language, so it's a very high level language. It's a very simple language, and utilizing that, there are two different libraries. One is TensorFlow, another one is PyTorch. So either use TensorFlow or PyTorch. PyTorch is right now hitting by everyone. So you can use Python and PyTorch. These are two things. If you work on them, and along with mathematics, not more than 6 months, you can find yourself a very good understanding of deep learning. But now, as you were saying, that any student and the good resources, that's the thing that you want
Yes,
to know.
sir, yes.
So good courses, as you have said, the courses. So let me tell you that I've started this thing in way back, and at that point of time, when very good course was delivered by Stanford University to CS231N. So on YouTube, it's publicly available. Stanford's lecture materials. CS231N, that was at that point of time was being taught by Karpathy, Andrej Karpathy, great academician and teacher, and Andrew Ng's course is also being there. Both of these things are publicly available, freely available. At least go through them, start with Andrew Ng thing, and then you can utilize Karpathy's course. And this CS231 I was talking about in 2016. Every year they keep on floating this course and making lectures publicly available. Very thankful to them. And Karpathy left, and then great guys came in between, and they keep on teaching us new things, and that's an excellent material. But along with that, I also wanted to share that Dr. Mitesh Khapra's course from IIT Madras, I assume that's correct. So he has done a great work.
Is it through NPTEL or?
That's also NPTEL course.
Okay.
And great. I mean, his teaching style is great, and he has covered almost each and everything which is being there. By the way, here also I wanted to share one more thing, that in 2016 I have started my course as well. I was teaching in IIT Mandi, and I started to record all those lectures. So all of my material is also publicly available, and the channel name
great,
is
sir.
and the channel name is Deep Learning at IIT Mandi. You don't write Aditya Nigam. You just
Okay.
have to write
So
deep
all
learning.
students, this is very important information we got from sir. Sir is running his course in AI/ML,
Yeah.
MLDL.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can again repeat this.
Yeah, so that is Deep Learning at IIT Mandi. On YouTube, you just go and write Deep Learning at IIT Mandi and enter, and you are going to get my channel. There are, I assume that 2000 subscriber or so, and my students. Anyways, whenever I teach, it's publicly available, freely available. More than 60 to 70 hours material. In that, I also have covered LSTMs. I have covered transformer, GPT, BERT. Recurrent that reinforcement learning, graph neural networks, all the advanced concepts, as well as starting from the linear regression and so on. So if you people are interested, you can go get things from there, freely available, and that can be a starting point, and you can understand the basics of this field, and then only you can figure out that okay, some high end courses by Stanford or MIT. So nowadays you can see the huge amount of material is available. Don't forget that Mitesh Khapra's course on NPTEL, and he has done really very great.
Okay. So sir, we know that in technology, technology is changing.
Yeah.
Okay. And career opportunities in each domain are also fluctuating and changing. Sometimes going up, going down.
Yeah.
So how long do you think that this ML, DL, data science or AI, all these things, how long they are going to provide a very good career opportunities according to your predictions?
So let me answer it in this way again, that in 2015 or so, I was visiting so many places, moving here and there and meeting so many guys, and everyone was saying that don't do deep learning. Believe me, don't do deep learning. In Microsoft workshop I attended, and big guys are sitting, say don't do deep learning. And I was meeting with big guys during conferences and so on, and they all are saying that deep learning you can apply, but you don't know what is happening inside and so on. And in a year or so, maybe in 16 or 17, I started to see that all of them are having their papers coming in deep learning. And then I understood that okay, there is some catch. And once I attended a conference at that point in Mexico, that's a ICP or International Conference on Pattern Recognition, and what I have seen that almost each and every paper, that's the first time I have seen that at least 500 to 600 persons are presenting, and all of them are in deep learning. And after coming from Mexico, I said that I stopped seeing any ML. I started to understand that I need to understand the deep learning to right from the scratch to the advanced level. In 2016, I first floated my course in IIT Mandi. I keep on teaching for 5 or 6 years, and there I understood that everyone initially said that no, and after that yes, and now public started to ask this question that when it's going to finish. My point is that see, this is just starting for me. Very simple things we are doing. He was asking about one problem, I am saying that that's a simple problem now. You wanted to do something, we come up with a model, and then once we solve this, we come up with another model which is higher or bigger than that model. And right now, at some point of time, I very clearly remember my father, and he every time he keep on saying, hey, whatever your AI can do, it cannot write a poem. Whatever your AI can do, it can't make a picture or image or maybe painting like Picasso or so. Everything is done, and we can generate music as well. Music is coming from AI, poems are coming from AI, essays are coming from AI. And very simple thing, you just go and write ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a very recent tool. You just write Hindi poems and this and that. It's going to write Hindi poems for you on the fly like this. He is going to write, ChatGPT is going to write songs for you, lyrics for you. So many amazing tools which are available. And you just go and write DALL-E 2. DALL-E 2 is again a tool. You just write some text that there is a man sitting on an elephant and watching cricket match, and DALL-E 2 is going to generate such a picture that's completely real. Text to image, it's not very far. Text to video is also being happening.
Great.
And very soon persons are working in such things that okay, you just give me the script and tell me what are the hero, heroine, this and that. Movie may be generated. By the way, one of my one can say ambitious student, 2000 at least 3 years back, his name was, I assume, Pawan Mukkar or so, and his team. So they said, sir, we wanted to do this, that I am going to generate a cartoon strip or something, and that is on the fly. You just give me the script, it will be generated. They were doing something that is not great, and we got very blurred and not a good results. But at that point of time, which was not happening in a year, 4 years or 5 years, things are happening right now. So that is what I am saying, that right now it's just a beginning. You will very soon going to see things which are far beyond the imaginations. And AI agents are already working better in several areas. AI agents are working far better than humans.
Okay. Like you are so profound in AI,
Yeah.
so I couldn't resist. So I have a problem. I worked on some project in 2019. So in that, normally we used to detect hate speech from English. So what we did was we converted the text from Hindi to English, and then we did try to detect the hate speech from English, because all the data sets were present for language changes, or when if you want to detect the hate speech, all the data sets were present in English. So that time I used LSTM and bidirectional LSTM, but the results were not that good. So could you recommend some models that I could try on the data set so my results could be improved?
Yes. So इसका जवाब इस तरह से दिया जा सकता है कि आपने पहले क्या किया, हिंदी से इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट किया.
Yes,
तो जब
पहले हिंदी से इंग्लिश करा, फिर इंग्लिश में डेटा, मतलब पहले हिंदी एक आईआईटी बॉम्बे और पेंगुइन का जो डेटा सेट होता है उसमें हिंदी टू इंग्लिश के लिए हमारे पास ग्रामर है, तो वो वेक्टराइजेशन करके उसको कन्वर्ट कर दिया, तो वो जो उसका टेस्ट रिजल्ट था। तो अब उसके बाद क्या था, जब इंग्लिश से हमने डिटेक्ट करना था तो उसके लिए डिफरेंट डेटा सेट यूज करा था मैंने, बिकॉज सिमिलर डेटा सेट ऐसा प्रेजेंट ही नहीं था कि जिसमें हिंदी हेट स्पीच भी हो, वो कन्वर्ट करके इंग्लिश हेट स्पीच भी दे, फिर वो उसको उसने सॉर्ट भी करा हो कि ये हेट स्पीच है ये नहीं है, तो ऐसा नहीं था। तो हिंदी टू इंग्लिश के लिए एक हेट स्पीच डेटा सेट, नॉर्मल डेटा सेट वोकेबलरी का, और फिर इंग्लिश से हेट स्पीच डेटा सेट, तो वो हमने एक्सट्रैक्ट करके डिफरेंट मॉडल्स पे करा था। तो इंग्लिश से जो डिटेक्ट करना था वो तो बहुत ही इजी था, नाइफ बेस लगाया, ये सब करा, मतलब 7-8 मॉडल थे, वो सब ट्राई कर लिए थे हमने। बट मेन जो था कि हिंदी से इंग्लिश, तो उसमें LSTM, मतलब एक तो ये भी कंस्ट्रेंट था कि GPU अवेलेबिलिटी, तो लैपटॉप पे वो बहुत ही कंस्ट्रेंट आ जाता है उसका, तो उसके लिए कि 2-3 दिन लग रहे थे। तो मैंने सिर्फ मैक्सिमम मैं बाय डायरेक्शनल LSTM तक जा पाया था। तो उसके अलावा जो मॉडल्स कुछ आप रेकमेंड करेंगे या कोई और बेटर वे इसको करने का?
तो मैं आपको मॉडल्स बता सकता हूँ। बेटर वे तो ये है, क्योंकि आपने क्या किया कि आपने इंग्लिश से हिंदी पे लाया, और हिंदी से इंग्लिश पे लाया, और इंग्लिश के ऊपर हेट स्पीच के लगाया। यही एक तरीका आपके पास पॉसिबल था, क्योंकि आपके पास GPU भी उतना ज़्यादा नहीं था जिसने कि आप पूरा ट्रेन कर सकते। LSTM इज़ नोन फॉर नोटोरियस ट्रेनिंग एंड वेरी लॉन्ग ट्रेनिंग्स आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर LSTM बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स रिकरेंस रिलेशनशिप। और इस तरीके का डेटा भी आपके पास अवेलेबल नहीं था।
मतलब अगर इनफ अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा सेट नहीं होगा तो वो फिर
तो हमने प्रॉब्लम को इस तरह से स्ट्रक्चर किया कि वो कन्वर्ट होके नोन प्रॉब्लम में कन्वर्ट हो जाए और नोन सिस्टम्स को इस्तेमाल किया जा सके। इसका बेहतर सोल्यूशन ये हो सकता है कि हमें इस तरह का डेटा सेट बनाना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज न्यूआंसेस जो होते हैं ना, जैसे पहले तो क्या, जब आपने हिंदी से इंग्लिश में गए वहीं पे बहुत सारा एरर आ गया, और जितनी पाइपलाइन आगे की है हर एरर मल्टीप्लाई होती है, ऐड नहीं होती है। सो इस तरह से ना ये एरर मल्टीप्लाई होती गई और आपको आखिर पे बड़ा अच्छा सोल्यूशन नहीं मिल पाया, और आप LSTM को बहुत देर ट्रेन नहीं करा पाए। माई सोल्यूशन टू दिस इज दैट फर्स्ट लेट अस कम अप विद सम हेट स्पीच हिंदी डेटा सेट, क्योंकि जहाँ पे काम करना है वो उसी जगह पे सॉल्व होना चाहिए, उसी स्पेस में उसका सोल्यूशन आना चाहिए, क्योंकि इंग्लिश हिंदी बहुत ज़्यादा रिलेटेड नहीं है। आई मीन वी कैन गेट अ गुड ये कन्वर्जन, बट फॉर द सेक ऑफ कन्वर्जन इट इज गुड।
सिमेंटिक्स और सिंटेक्स का ही बहुत, सिमेंटिक्स का बहुत एरर आ जाता है कि वहां कुछ है, क्या कर रहे हो,
बहुत डिफरेंट है।
इंग्लिश में बिल्कुल ही डिफरेंस वर्ड, मतलब अगर वर्ड से वेक्टराइजेशन करते भी हैं तो उसका सेंस नहीं बनेगा अगर सिमेंटिक्स नहीं देंगे उसको।
ट्रू। और स्पीच के अंदर तो सर ऐसा भी है कि जब आपने किस वर्ड को किस टोन में बोला,
एक्चुअली
तो ये हेट स्पीच कई आपको लगेंगे कि ये नहीं है, और वो जो है वो जिस वर्ड पे जितना टोन दे दिया उस टोन से आपने ऐसे पकड़ लिया कि यार दैट इज द स्पीच। तो मुझे तो लगता है हेट स्पीच के अंदर स्पीच को भी कंसीडर किया जाना चाहिए, बट एसेंशियली हेट स्पीच के अंदर अगर हमने इस तरह से नॉर्मल किया तो इशू यही आएगा कि जो क्योंकि बहुत ही रेयर होगा, हर आदमी हेट स्पीच नहीं दे रहा है, लेकिन अगर 5 लोग दे रहे हैं 10 लाख लोगों में या 10,000 लोगों में, और आपका LSTM उन्हीं 1-2 जगहों में चूक जाता है, तो आपको हमेशा ही एक्यूरेसी, हाँ आपको एक्यूरेट लगेगा यार सिस्टम तो ठीक चल रहा है, लेकिन वो तो मेन पॉइंट पे ही गलत प्रिडिक्शन कह रहा है। टाइम सीरीज के अंदर ये बड़ा है कि अधिकतर टाइम इट्स ओके, बट व्हेन इट्स रेयर इवेंट इज हैपनिंग यू हैव टू बी ऑन बैंग ऑन, अदरवाइज उस मॉडल का वैल्यू नहीं रहेगा।
0.1% उसने बोलना है, उसी को अगर पकड़ा नहीं तो एक्यूरेसी तो 99.9 नहीं रहेगी।
ट्रू। सो मेरा सजेशन ये है कि इसके अंदर 2 ट्रांसफार्मर मॉडल आ रखा है। ट्रांसफार्मर मॉडल जो इट्स एनकोडर डिकोडर आर्किटेक्चर, जिसमें एनकोडर है और उसका डिकोडर है, और ये जो एनकोडर है इसको लोगों ने BERT का नाम दिया, BERT, और डिकोडर का नाम दिया GPT। तो BERT जो BERT मॉडल है इसको भी यूज करते हैं लोग, बाई डायरेक्शनल के तौर पे यूज किया जा सकता है, और GPT जो कि ऑटो एनकोडर की तरीके से ऑटो रिग्रेशन की वे में ट्रेन होता है, दैट इज जनरलाइज्ड प्री ट्रेनिंग मॉडल। तो GPT-3 आ रखा है लेटेस्ट मॉडल, और इनके छोटे वर्जन्स भी, क्योंकि अपने आप में बहुत बड़े तो ये 2 तरह के मॉडल आ गए। इन दोनों मॉडल्स को हम लोग यूज करके आपके तरीके का हेट स्पीच और इस तरीके का काम करा जा सकता है, लेकिन GPT को जेनरेटिव मॉडल के तरीके से भी यूज किया जा सकता है, जिससे कि आप टेक्स्ट को जेनरेट कर सकें। तो चैट GPT एक लेटेस्ट सॉफ्टवेयर या आप कह सकते हैं AI एजेंट या टूल आया हुआ है, जिसको कि लोगों ने RL के थ्रू, रिइंफोर्समेंट लर्निंग के थ्रू ट्रेन किया हुआ है विद ह्यूमन फीडबैक। दैट्स द मेन फिनोमेना। बल्कि उन्होंने अभी तक इसका शायद पेपर भी अपलोड नहीं किया हुआ है, ओपन AI का है चैट GPT। तो इससे आप बातें कर सकते हैं।
और इट्स गोइंग टू टॉक इन अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट वे, और ये गूगल की तरीके से काम हो सकता है। आप पूछें इसका क्या मतलब है तो इसका जवाब दे देगा, इसका क्या मतलब है, मैं हाई स्कूल में पास कैसे हूँ, या आप इससे आप भी बातें कर सकते हैं।
So normally chat supports are using like Zomato chat. These things are
अभी
using.
तक तो ये नहीं यूज़ करें क्योंकि ये तो इतना फ्रीली अवेलेबल नहीं होगा, इट्स गोइंग टू टेक गुड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी, बट चैट जीपीटी कैन बी सीन एज अ वेरी यूजफुल टूल बिकॉज इसके एप्लीकेशंस देखें, अभी लोग इससे बड़े नोवल नए नए एप्लीकेशंस कर रहे हैं, और इट इज़ फार मोर इंटेलिजेंट देन व्हाट राइट नाउ वी अज्यूम कि ये है। इसकी ट्रेनिंग ऐसे हुई है कि अभी लोगों को इतना भी ज़्यादा पता भी नहीं कि ये क्या क्या कर सकता है। जैसे एक इंटेलिजेंट आदमी के बगल में आप जब बैठते हैं तो आपको पता चलता है कि अच्छा ये भी कर सकता है, अच्छा इससे सवाल पूछते पूछते अच्छा ये भी कर सकता है, ये भी कर सकता है। तो धीरे धीरे इसके ऊपर बहुत सारा एप्लीकेशन आ रहा है, बट आपका आंसर ये हो सकता है जीपीटी या बर्ट मॉडल से क्लासिफिकेशन
ट्रांसफॉर्मर के साथ करते हैं।
तो बर्ट से आप क्लासिफिकेशन कर सकते हैं, इनफैक्ट बर्ट से किया ही जा रहा है। और एक मैं यहाँ पे और ऐड करता हूँ कि हगिंग फेस की लाइब्रेरी अवेलेबल, वो लाइब्रेरी अवेलेबल है, उसमें बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े मॉडल्स उन्हें प्री ट्रेन करके आपके लिए डाले हुए हैं। तो
We just have to feed the
you
data.
just have to download or feed the data, but then you will have to utilize their GPU, so you have to pay. Otherwise, download the model and run it on your data and train.
Okay, sir. So we have got too much good information from you, and this is going to be really helpful for many of our viewers. So, sir, now my last question from you is that suppose some student want to join IIT Mandi for doing their higher education. Okay, so in short, what expectations professors have from their students?
Okay. So one most important thing about, and that is not true for IIT Mandi, but in general for each and everyone, that the first thing is that you'll have to have a clear focus and dedication. You should not be oscillating. BTechs may oscillate when they join, but masters and PhD has to have a particular dedicated goal that, okay sir, I wanted to work in this area and I have certain prerequisites. If you want to say that sir, I want to work on deep learning, if you have certain prerequisites, that's a big thumbs up. Otherwise you will say that sir, I don't know, I am zero. I don't know anything about deep learning, but I wanted to work in the area of AI/ML. Every day we used to take interviews and so on. Students say that sir, I wanted to work in AI/ML. Then what you have done, sir? I don't have any knowledge of that. If you do that, if you have prerequisites in this, whatever the area in which what you wanted to work on, try to acquire the best possible prerequisites of that. Have to be completely focused, dedicated, and very sincere and hardworking. Hard work doesn't have any replacement. Everyone knows if it requires 6 hours, 8 hours, don't leave your chair. On 8 hours sitting every day, within 100 days, 800 hours you are going to get. 800 hours is a big time. Believe me, stop using your mobile phone, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. You don't require them. Only use YouTube and very specified way, because YouTube is a big distraction. It started to give all that stuff. But make sure that you are focused and only watch lectures which are publicly available freely and get that prerequisite and then go and attend the interviews. I am sure you are going to get a big thumbs up.
Yeah. So, message from sir is that don't waste your time on these apps like Facebook or Instagram, but try to work those organizations. Okay. So make yourself eligible to be an employee of these organizations. Okay. So if you work in data science or ML field, then in future you may be recruited in some big organizations. Okay. Maybe in Twitter, in Google or anywhere. So think big, right? This is the ultimate message from sir. Okay, sir. So it was very nice conversation. Thank you very much.